Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ben here, and I'm heading to the lake. I'm gonna head to a public campground, and I've got some goodies packed in the car. I'm just gonna test out some products, and I'm also gonna meet a very good friend of mine. So he's started a business called Fearless Beaver, and he's got some go bags that he wants to show me, so we're gonna go check that out. Let's get into the video. Well, it's a nice, cool, brisky morning. It's about 9 degrees Celsius. I'll give that to you in Fahrenheit. And we're heading to Golden Ears Park. In particular, we're going to Alouette Lake. So I looked at the map yesterday, and it looked like there was lots of reservations. I mean, we're not camping overnight. We're just going to be there for a few hours. We're going to set up a fire and just relax. And like I said, I got my good friend here with me today. He's going to be meeting me at the site. And then we're just going to go through a few products and just relax. So thanks for joining me on this one, guys. Let's hit the road. So this campground is a really large campground, and it's open all year round, so you can actually do some winter camping here. I've done it quite often. It's pretty affordable too. It's not too expensive. Best time to go is in the shoulder season, so you know, kind of fall, winter time. And often they don't really check. I mean, you just still pay, obviously, but they don't really check on your sites during the winter. And it's a really huge campground. It's got bathrooms, it's got showers, and you're about 5-10 minutes walk to the beach. So got everything you need. It's really good for families. So when my daughter is of age, which I'm hoping is going to be pretty soon, I plan on taking her here. The only thing is you have to reserve well in advance because the spots get picked up real fast. Except for right now, because it's a Wednesday, it's middle of the week, so it's not too bad. But weekends, good luck with that. When the kids are off of school, fully booked for the entire season. So, yeah. All right, made it to the campsite, so we're just gonna try and locate a good spot that hasn't been taken. And I'd like to try and find one with 2 trees that are decently close together, so I can maybe test out my hammock this time. I didn't get a chance to do it last time on my last bike ride, so let's see. They're probably gonna charge us just for a day pass here today, but we'll see. We're just gonna drive up to the little building here and check it out. Cut up some wood. this fire going here. Should be relatively easy because everything's dry. Oh, so much soot. All right. Hey guys, Ben here with Ben Ventures.
Hey, and it's B with Fearless Beaver Survival Gear.
Perfect. Today, as you can see, we're at a campsite here. We're doing a collab video. We've got some products with Fearless Beaver. So,
yeah, thank you. For those of you that don't know Ben, he's a very good friend of mine. I love him to death. He's got an amazing channel called Ben Ventures, where he goes out in the outdoors, and not only does he do videos on camping, but also reviews gear. So today, this is a collab between Fearless Beaver Survival Gear and Ben Ventures, and we're all about Canada, being Canadian, and I'm going to step out of the shot. Ben is going to give you a unbiased review of this pack and also just go over everything. He's got some great knowledge. Enjoy the video.
all right, so let's check out the bag here and see what we've got. I love this kind of stuff. It's awesome. So right out of the gates, we've got an SAS book here, survival guide. I love this stuff. I'm gonna have a seat actually, so we can go through this. So it's got lots of good stuff here, key essentials, and a variety of other things. So right out of the gates on the bag, that's awesome. Kind of on the side pouch, and also on the side pouch here, we've got a nice little headlamp. Perfect, very essential for survival. If you're caught somewhere in the dark. All right. What else we got here? Okay, so there's all these hidden goodies. Rubber gloves. So these are always handy if you get a cut. Somebody else gets a cut, you can put those on. All right, on this side here. Okay. We have, I want to be very careful with this stuff here. Looks like a set of binoculars. Perfect. That's handy. I like this a lot. Comes with a little carrying case. All right, we got anything else in this set? Oh yeah, we got lots of other goodies here. Okay. Looks like we have a compass, along with, oh, mosquitoes are crazy here. You got a compass with a light. That's very handy. Perfect. Show that for the camera here. And a USB-C cable, always handy to have, especially if you have one of those charging battery packs. That's very handy. I think that does it for that side pouch there. It does. Let's see if there's anything on the top here. Of course there is. Looks like every pocket has been used for something that is useful. What do we got here? Personal water filter. Oh, this is really handy. Perfect. Yeah, so personal water filter here. And then if you got some stagnant water somewhere and you really need to drink something, you can use this. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the bag here. All right, so we've got a splint. So if you break a bone and you need to splint up your leg, you can see it's got some pictures of different options and uses that you can use for your foot or your hand. That's handy. That's handy. Wow, it's crazy the amount of stuff in here. We've got a first aid kit. I mean, I've talked in one of my previous videos, you always have to carry your first aid kit with you. It's super, super important. Not just for yourself, but if somebody else gets injured or gets a cut, then you got this handy with you. So that's very useful. And then the inside, of course, is the essentials, band-aids, you know, wraps, gauze, alcohol rub. What else we got in here? What I'm going to do is maybe just reposition this camera for you guys so you can actually see inside the bag as well. So I'm just going to put this down. That way we can kind of see what's going on inside as well. Duct tape. I mean, obviously super, super helpful for your tent if you need to fix things up, patch things up on your boat, if you got an inflatable kayak like I do.
Hey Ben, so you know, I just wanted to add for your viewers and mine. So Ben is doing this. I wanted him to just go over the stuff and just give his unbiased review, right? A couple of things I would quickly want to mention. We didn't mention in the beginning, but Fearless Beaver is a Canadian company. I literally run it out of my basement, right? So why do? I do it to help people. I've been exposed to a lot of scenarios where people have been in bad situations, and I just want to help people. So sure, it's a business. Sure, there's some revenue generation, but primarily it's videos like this to educate the public, whether it be a house fire or a natural disaster, having these kits. That being said, this specific kit that Ben Ventures is going through is a one-person hiking kit. So BC is a beautiful, beautiful province where we live. People from all over the world come here. But in fact, if you listen to Search and Rescue, as of the last couple of days, people have been getting lost. People are, you know, unfortunately at times lose their lives. This is something where if you go on a trail, if you get lost and you find darkness coming over and things getting cold, this will quite literally help you survive as Ben goes through this, okay? You know, this is a perfect example. Ben gave you some of the applications, but another use for duct tape as well is first aid and safety of wounds. Something as simple as blisters on your feet, you could wrap it in that. It just gives a better surface. And again, you know, in an ideal world, you would have everything, but the key here is to have something that's light, something that's easy to manage and carry. So I'll let Ben continue with going over everything the bag has. But I want to give you some background as to the thought process behind this. And how do you justify that? Well, go back home safe. Do what you love. Go out in the wilderness. Go out there, but protect and be prepared for yourself and your family.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, have backups, right? Totally makes sense. Thanks, Pete. All right, let's keep diving in here. Feels like Christmas. All right. So, tourniquet. I don't know. I usually mispronounce this, but it's tourniquet. So this is great. You get a gouge on your leg, and you gotta stop the bleeding. Very, very handy to have. All right. See what else we got here. High energy bar, multivitamin. Looks like it's a wheat bar. Some nutritional values there, if you can see. Nice. I think I saw, yeah, there's a couple of those in here, so that's good. Get some sustenance. And hand warmers. Yeah, this is a lot more important than you think, actually. Obviously, it warms your hands, but I have put these in my sleeping bag to keep me warm. You can just put them in your socks, just in your jacket along your body to keep you warm. These are really, really good. Very useful. All right, what do we got here? sodium dichloride, or sorry, sodium di, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm assuming that is to clean water. So those are water tablets to clean. Very useful. I think I saw a couple of those in here as well. Perfect. All right, let's keep digging. All right, now we're talking about some big stuff here. So fire heat shelter. Okay, that's handy. I'm not going to open it, but you know what? I'm going to open it. Okay. So dual purpose poncho and blanket. Looks like an emergency blanket as well. Small tarp. This thing's got tons of stuff in it. Candle. Looks like this is maybe a candle holder. Yeah, I think this is a candle holder. Another USB, looks like to start fires. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. With a USB cable. Got some fire starting material. Oh, this bag's just packed with stuff. We got some cordage. And more cordage. And of course you can splinter that out and make more and more and more cordage for days. Perfect. Wow. This little bag's just got tons of stuff in it as well. Put everything back. That's crazy that you're able to fit all this stuff in here. And then you actually have the bag itself, which is good for carrying things. If you want to put a little bit of food in there and roll it up into a tree to get away from bears, that's handy as well. Okay, so let's keep going. This is the meat and potatoes of the bag. Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh, it's sharp too. Ooh, it's nice and sharp. I like that. Okay. Very useful. And then on the front of it, let's see what we got in here. Okay, so it's got like a straightening kit to straighten the blade and sharpen. Perfect. Ceramic carbide. That's cool. That's handy that it's got it in there. Yes. That's awesome. I cannot believe that this much you fit it in this bag. It's so cool. And it looks like a saw. Yeah, got a saw as well. Nice. Little folding saw. Nice and bright as well. I don't know about you guys, but I lose things all the time. My saws, because my saw is an Agawa saw, and it blends in with the colors of the trees and the leaves and everything. So I always lose it. I'm like, where did I put it? So I'm glad this is nice and bright orange. That's really good. It's really handy. Let's put it in the right way, shall we? Okay. You know what? I'll put that away later. All right. Got a spoon and a fork. All in one. Nice. We got an extra, looks like an extra bag and water bladder or other bladder for other liquids. Just saying. What do we have here? Oh, we got a folding shovel. Nice. Very useful, especially if you're caught in an area that's got lots of snow. Get yourself out of the snow with your vehicle. It's actually very useful, this. Cool. All right, I think I've checked all the pockets, and of course you have the bag itself, nice and lightweight. I think I've got all the pockets and everything covered. Wow, all this packed into here. And it's all useful. I mean, if you ever get caught on the side of the road, I know the Coquihalla Highway, like there's been lots of incidents where you're just stuck and you can't go, you can't continue on the highway. to have these goodies, hand warmers, emergency blankets, all this stuff is very useful. So, I mean, there's storms, there's tons of things that you can use this for. So, awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Benny. So one thing I wanted to add is this is just one kit. These kits, people can go on my website, fearlessbeaver.ca. I have an Etsy store as well, and that's where you purchase everything. But primarily my business is making custom kits. So I make these just on the side. There are not going to be too many of them. Call them limited editions. This is for someone that quickly needs this. I can, have it shipped to you. It gets there in a couple of days via courier, or I can hand deliver it if you're in, lower mainland. So this is a hiking pack. Then I have a go bag, which you'll be doing a more in-depth review of soon. And that's actually for a family of 2 to 3. So that's a much more robust package. If you think this was amazing, if you're impressed with how much I fit in here. The reason why I started this is there's only about 7 companies in all of Canada that even come close to this. And there's some amazing companies, very well established. I'm sure they make really big revenue. I can't even come close to them. But what I found lacking was a lot of them, you buy these kits, right? You buy, whether it be a first aid kit or whatever, and that's all you get. There's not even room for you to add your own thing. So this bag, even though it's got all this stuff, we're talking a few $100s, it allows you to put your own things. So you should be putting socks in there, pair of underwear, things that are personalized to you. So people have food allergies. These bars, I actually don't really include them as much anymore because, I don't want to fill up that space. If someone has an allergy, it may not be of use to them. But these bars are 3,600 calories each. You can literally eat just 1/2 of it and survive an entire day. So this is pretty much, if you look at it that way, 4 pieces inside. So 4 days, right? Just on food alone. But we know water is the key source. So, this is just one bag, but primarily I do custom curated bags. For example, you would come to me and say, I've got a family of 3. I like to go hiking a lot, and I would make it for a family of 3. You have an infant, there would be things specific, to that. So even small things such as a first aid kit. Do you have Band-Aids that are small enough? Sure, you could take a knife or scissors with you, but if you even carry that. So, this is, I think, very important. It's a life-saving thing, and we are very lucky in Canada. We don't have, a ton of natural disasters, but as we see patterns changing around the world, you camp out a lot. We're seeing weather is more unpredictable. You mentioned Coquihalla. That was actually the inspiration for me starting this business. Mm-hmm. During COVID, there was a landslide on the highway, and there was, I think, 10 or 12 families trapped in their vehicles. And Search and Rescue, what an amazing organization throughout Canada. It took them quite a few hours. In that time, hypothermia could set in. You could have injuries that are untreated. A person could bleed out and die. This isn't fear-mongering, and sadly, some of those other companies do that. This is more about education and being equipped. I hope you never have to use this, but if you do, it'll be there for you. And one last piece, because I don't want to take over your video.
No, that's fine.
Everything in here is built to last. Other than the food bars, even those are a few years.
Yeah.
You could leave this in your car for 10 years and you won't have to worry about it going bad, per se. So in terms of investment for your money, this is cheaper than, what you would spend on coffee. I think this bag is, don't quote me, 260, 300, around there. And I'll tell you right now, other companies on Etsy are selling it for double the price. The same bag goes for about $400 to $600. So, yeah.
I mean, these bars expire in 2044, so.
Oh, there we go. I might not even be around. Hopefully Fearless Beaver still is. There you go.
Cool. Well, what we're going to do next is just show you kind of the whole gambit. We're going to show you everything that is included in this bag. So let's do that right now.
I'll help you.
Such a cool package of things. I love that. We're just gonna hang out here by the fire for a little bit, relax. I might even take a walk over to the lake and show you guys how beautiful it is over there. I mean, I've been there on previous videos, but today's a really nice day and it's actually starting to clear up. So yeah, I love this. I wish I could camp overnight tonight. Unfortunately, I cannot. So I'll be here for a few hours just relaxing, taking it all in. All right, so the other thing I brought on this trip is this battery fan that was gifted to me. So I just want to check this out. You can get it on Amazon, I'll put the link in the description. I thought it was kind of neat. You plug it into your phone, it has a light and a hook where you can hook it onto your tent on the inside of it. That's kind of what that looks like there. And the name of the company is, so this fan is called the Fishing Hurricane. And I'm just trying to find the name of the company. Yeah, so it's a Chinese company. Manufacturer is Shenzhen Luansheng. Yeah, so it's a Chinese company. I didn't get a chance to, I don't even know if I need to charge it up, but comes with a USB-C connector charger, and then here's the fan itself. So I think I saw in a video it had a hook or something as well, but I'm not seeing the hook anywhere. Oh, here it is. So there's a hook on the bottom. You just kind of hang it on your, it's fairly heavy, but like hanging that in your tent, I don't know. I mean, obviously it works, but let's see if it's got any power. Oh yeah. I don't know, it's kind of neat, right? A little USB powered fan. I'll just turn this down a little bit. And you know, for days during the summer, where it's really super hot in your tent, I think this would just add some value to throw some airflow through your tent. Because man, my tents get really hot in there. So that was the first setting that I just put it on. That's the max setting. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's pretty good. I have to admit. You just put this beside your face and keep you cool. I mean, it's cold out now, so I'm just getting colder and colder, but. So, sorry, the name of the company seems to be KITWLEMEN. And one of the other features it has is a light. Let's see if you can turn the light on there like that. Which is cool, right? If it's hanging from the top of your tent, you can just crank that on. It's got some sort of moon icon. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can see that on the bottom. But I'm just going to try and press and hold that. Oh, maybe. Oh, so it goes brighter and brighter. Oh, wow. So it has 3 settings. So that brighter, brighter, and brighter. And actually, there's another use for me that I could use this for, and that'd be just for filming. Because right now I use a sort of a smaller light that I connect onto my GoPro or my other camera sort of connector. So this is pretty handy too, so I can just set that up, turn the light on to max, and then I can sort of film myself as well, doing camping stuff. That's a cool little gadget. I love these little gadgets. Again, it's by a company called KITWLEMEN. KITWLEMEN. Ooh, mosquitoes. Pretty neat. Turn the fan on again. Oh. Gotta get back to the fire. Maybe I'll use this to stoke the fire. I don't know, let's try that. So today's video is just about testing, and this is what I want to test next. It's my camping hammock by Onewind. It looks like the name of the company. So I'm gonna try and find 2 trees in the area where I can set this up and check it out, because I have another camping hammock. It works half decent actually. It was relatively cheap as well. I think it was like $50 something. This one was a little bit more expensive, and of course I'll put the link in the description for this. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find a spot where I can set this up. All right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, these 2 trees should work. Yep. I'm gonna set it up between these 2 trees. Looks like just the right amount. That's the bag it comes in. I can feel the straps on the bottom there. I'll just chuck this bag away. Material seems to be okay, seems to be pretty good. I like how it has that built-in sort of line for the top, for the bug net. I'm just trying to see, okay, so there's like little hooks here that you can sort of tie off. Okay. Yeah. Not too bad. All right, I'm gonna put this bad boy away and head back to the fire and camp. Yeah, so I was kind of going through the setup procedure of the hammock, and I don't know, there's a lot of messing around with the bug net and you know, that kind of stuff, so it was a little bit annoying actually. I've always been a tent guy. I've done lots of hammock camping as well. They both have their pros and cons. Hammock camping, you just pack up and go. Your stuff doesn't really get that wet. It's not on the ground. I mean, the cons are you can't keep your backpack in there and keep your stuff safe in the tent. So yeah, I do enjoy it sometimes, but I think in the future maybe I'll get a much better quality one that you can sort of, it's got a wider sort of sleeping zone, if you will, because this one's just a hammock with a bug net that you have to mess around with, and I was kind of losing patience. I don't have a lot of patience anyway, so yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna keep it. Maybe I'll give it to someone down the road. I don't know. I've got lots of stuff that I could probably give to other people, so yeah, I'm all right with it. Looks like we came across someone set up a little shelter here. Nice. Probably some kids that put it together or something. Cool. Oh. Okay. Let's go. All right. Made it to the lake. I actually don't think I've ever gone down this trail. I remember going down a different trail to get there, so looks quite nice actually. I wonder if I can actually bike along this trail as well. We'll see how steep it gets, but It is absolutely beautiful out here. It looks like there's some camp spots across the water too. I wonder if I can kayak across and find maybe some good camping spots. That would be for a future video, I guess. Oh, so peaceful out here. Hopefully this inspires you to get your hiking boots on, find a trail nearby, and just go to the lake and take your own adventure. I love this stuff. If I could do it every single day, I would do it every single day. But unfortunately you gotta work. So I'm gonna head out of this beautiful spot. Thanks for watching Ben Ventures, guys, and I'll see you on the next adventure.